here we go with exercise of the week number 26, the bent over row. We decided to go with this one as part of the workout because it's one that we see done so horribly wrong most of the time in the gym. It's one of the moves that is designed to be done a specific way, but what we find is that anatomically most people don't have the muscular integrity or efficiency to even put their body in the right position to be able to do the exercise. So we want to cover with you, most importantly, the position your body needs to be in to do the move, and then variables and things that you want to look at to make sure that you're not setting yourself up for failure with poor form. All right, the key to proper form when you're doing the bent over row resides actually in the hips. Most people lack the ability to completely accept weight onto the pelvis as they should, and that causes them to have poor form, which we'll cover here in just a moment. For good form, what you want to do is start by bending the knees just slightly, and then you're going to push the pelvis back behind you. Now in this position, put your spine in the correct position where you can keep the shoulders up, you can keep the head up. If you're a football player, it's like the hit position in football. This is the position that you want to be able to get your body into as you're going to be doing the bent over row. Now more typically what we'll see happen is you'll see people that'll push their hips back, but they'll round. They lack the muscular integrity to get extension through the spine, so there'll be a rounding of the back as they go through the move. This is what we're trying to avoid. In this position, it puts way too much emphasis and strain up into the traps and the neck area and causes you to actually limit the benefits that you can get from the exercise just due to the anatomical position your body's in. All right, so now Josh is going to show us with the dumbbells, so he'll get back into the proper form, pushing the hips back, getting the back flat. Now the position of the dumbbells, you bring them out in front of the chest or in front of the stomach with the palms facing one another. And now the key is the weight that you choose. As Josh goes through the motion here, he'll just pull with the muscles of the upper back, really emphasizing pinching his shoulder blades together at the top, trying to keep the neck as relaxed as possible as he goes through it. As you're doing the move, if the weight is too heavy, what you'll notice is that you'll really wave the body back and forth. You'll be trying to gain momentum as you're doing it. You'll see them snapping the neck. That's the form you want to avoid. Okay, so again, with the proper form, nice and slow and controlled, making the muscles of the upper back do all the work, and trying to maintain that body position throughout the movement. All right, just like the last few videos we've done, we've decided to start incorporating a few neutralizers. Again, neutralizers is a move that you want to do to help counter the negative side effects of the exercise you just did. We're going to give you two for the bent over row. One of them is because you're holding your body in such a flexion dominant position with proper form, we want to make sure we get extension through the pelvis and through the back and through the neck as well. So the kneeling bridge is a great way to do it. From the knees, you place your hands on your heels, squeeze the glutes, push the hips forward. This is more or less the exact opposite of the position that your body's in as you're doing it. Then the second one is we want to do cats and dogs. Just because of the position that you hold your body in, there's a lot of tension throughout the spine, throughout the lumbar spine specifically if you're doing the form properly, that you want to make sure that you get full flexion and extension back through all the vertebrae in the back between each set. Again, try and counter the negative side effects. The positives of the exercises are obvious because of the strength gains that you're doing. The negatives, however, are what you want to pay attention to. The more you limit these, the more muscular efficiency you're going to gain. All right, so again, the bent over rows, it's a great move, but it's also a move that is typically done wrong. So if you're going to start trying that exercise, start with a light weight. Make sure, more importantly, that you can get your body in the correct position first, then start to add weight to it. And then as you do get stronger at it, avoid the temptation to go real heavy and use momentum to impress everybody else in the gym. The form and the speed that you're going at is far more important, and it'll give you much better results in the long term. So we're going to go next back to the lower body. The next one we want to do is using the cable rack. We're going to show you how to do lateral leg lifts.